Yes, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, viewers. This is another wonderful morning with our newspaper review from AF Television on the platform of AF News. And we promise that today will be indeed a wonderful interaction day between us in the studio and you. This is a program that comes up from Monday to Friday every morning, where we review newspapers and also pick up particular topics to discuss every of these days. I remain Emeniki Rebu, the anchor of this show, and my guest in the studio, my constant guest, my consistent guest remains Kelechi Imo. Kelechi Imo, you're welcome.
Happy New Month.
You're welcome. You're really welcome. This is a wonderful month, and we want to again thank you for this wonderful month, for being alive today. Let's thank God for it. Indeed, God is faithful. It's not because that we are smart. It's not because that we are intelligent. It's not because that we are righteous. It's just because of the mercies of God that have made us to see this brand new month. And we believe that because God made us to see this new month, indeed, He has something in stock for in this month for us. Kelechi, what do you think about that?
Yeah, of course. It's a blessed month. It's our month, considering our birthdays.
Okay, that's true.
I expect our month to be like our month.
Yes, this is the month. This is indeed our month. This is indeed our birth month. More of this communication will come with time, but we are together on this. We are moving forward. We want to thank you again, viewers, for joining us on this morning show. And as you can see on your screen, our discussion today, our focus discussion today will be on a legend, on a man that have done so much for Nigeria, for Abia State, for Isukwato. That man is called General Ike Nwachukwu. That will be our focus of discussion this morning. We've had so many people sending him congratulatory message for his 80th birthday. The Governor Okeze Bazo have sent in a congratulatory message. Another respected Abian Lucky Udoka Wike Johnson have also sent a congratulatory message. All the people, even President Muhammadu Buhari, have sent a congratulatory message for this one man. This man that have achieved so much in his lifetime, the person of General, and of course, is a senator, Ike Omar Sanda Nwachukwu. You know the name is very mixed and it's very interesting.
He's a complete Nigerian.
Let's go into a little bit to look at who is really this man. Let's talk about those things that you may not have known about Ike Omar Sanda Nwachukwu, popularly known as Ike Nwachukwu MNI. Let's talk about some things you may not know about him. Ike Nwachukwu was born on September 1st, 1940. He was born on September 1st, 1940. He's a retired army officer and a Nigerian politician who among other positions, he served as a foreign minister of Nigeria twice and a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Yes. It's important to get to know him. He was born, as we said earlier on September 1st, 1941. In Port Harcourt, to an Igbo father and a Fulani mother from Katsina. In fact, the father of Ike Nwachukwu is from his Ovim in his Isukwato local government area of Abia State. That's what we have. We have a man that the father is from Ovim in Isukwato in Abia, an Igbo man, and we have a mother that is from Fulani in Katsina. What do you think about that mixture?
Conjugation. Well, he's a complete Nigerian. If you ask me, this goes to show that Nigerians do not care where you come from. We can mix, and it's the typical nature of every woman to mingle. So General Ike Nwachukwu comes from a family of people who understand Nigeria, who are detribalized. They don't care where you come from. So I think he is good. I think he should be encouraged. I think we should learn from General Ike Nwachukwu's family.
Okay, let us move forward again to look at some other things about General Ike Nwachukwu. He obtained his military training at the Nigerian Military Training College in Kaduna, at the Royal Canadian School of Infantry, and at the military of the School of Infantry, Wannister, United Kingdom. He also studied at the Institute of Humanitarian Law, Sanremo in Italy, the United Nations Peace Academy, and the National Institute for Policy and Strategy Studies, Nepes, Kure, Plateau State. Ike Nwachukwu also rose to the rank of Major General prior to his retirement with the Nigerian Army. You see those people, they used to go a lot of schools.
Yes. That is why I still insist that Nigeria needs to go back to intellectualism. Okay, you can read from his profile because he is an achiever. He's well read and of course well traveled. These are the kind of people who need to occupy our political space. It's unfortunate that at recent times we can hardly find out people of this stature, people of this caliber who are in our political space today.
No, but of course he's 80 now. The man is thinking of retiring at the moment.
No, I'm not saying he should come in. I said people of his stature, people who have had the same experience, exposure, and encounters in his life just as he has. We hardly find such people here. Okay, that's just my point.
Yes, remember that you can also communicate with us. The number to call, the number to send your SMS, the number to send your WhatsApp message is here on the screen. 090 332 9775. This morning we are reviewing the personality, the legend called Major General Ike Omar Sanda Nwachukwu. Is 80 years old today. So we are celebrating that legend on this show this morning, and we are asking you if you have something to say, if you have something to contribute as we go through his profile and his personality. You can actually drop your comments. Remember that we're going to review other news contents on our platform, www.afnews.ng. That is the one-stop shop for every news content, and I urge you this morning to immediately go to that page as we begin to review the latest happenings in and around Nigeria. Let us go back again and see some other things about Ike Omar Sanda Nwachukwu. Let us see a little bit again. Let's look at his career. Nwachukwu held the position of military governor of Imo State, where he moved Imo State University, now Abia State University, to Uturu, his permanent site. From 1986 to 1987, he was Minister of Employment, Labor and Productivity, where he founded the National Directorate of Employment to alleviate the problems of unemployment and especially graduate unemployment. Nwachukwu was Foreign Minister from December 1987 to December 1989, where he was replaced by Ruwan Lukman, returning to the military, to the field military command position. In September 1990, he was reappointed Minister of Foreign Affairs, being replaced in January 1993 by Matthew Mbu during the transition to civil rule. He was active and effective as Foreign Minister, taking a mercantilistic approach to diplomacy. What do you think about this same man? You see some great achievements.
Yes, that's what I wanted to say. You discover that for every position he ever held, there was an achievement that was attached to it. When he was Minister for Employment, he established NDE,
which is still here now, which is one of the key.
Which the federal government Minister of Labor State is dragging with the
the job. Yes.
Okay, so you now see that these are visible achievements. Since you can point out, how many of our leaders today can point out even just one achievement? So people like General Ike Nwachukwu, they are rare to find in our days. It's unfortunate, but that's the reality.
And the other thing again is that considering also the position that Abia State now enjoyed because of the federal university we have, or the state university we have in Abia State, the University of Uturu, if we had not that one, we would have starting a fresh university.
Of course, we would have started a fresh university, and we know that it will be
It's noisy. Okay, remember that our topic of discussion today, our key discussing factor or point today is about Major General Ike Omar Sanda Nwachukwu. We are looking at his track record. He is 80 years today. We at FAF News and my colleague here, we're actually wishing him happy birthday. Yeah. So we're discussing about his achievement. As we move forward, we're also going to look at other national issues that are cropping up. Let me immediately move straight and look at what Ike Okalo, the senator representing Abia North, former governor of Abia State, Senator Ike Okalo, is making a statement as regard his presidential ambition. He is beginning to open up. He has given insight into it. Yesterday, when he visited Mina, he had to speak to media people, and this was the discussion. Senator Chief Whip, the Senate Chief Whip, Senator Ike Okalo, on Monday said that he will serve as Nigerian president if given the opportunity by the electorate. The former Abia State governor made the remark when he visited General Badamasi Babangida retired and General Abdulsalam Abubakar retired in Mina. I am still in the Senate and I will seek for re-election in the Senate. But if our people want me to serve as president, I will not hesitate.
You know, one thing I admire about Ike Okalo is that he's a fighter, and to a large extent he's a go-getter. Ike Okalo is somebody that if he wants something, he goes for that thing. He sets his mind on a particular goal, and he goes the extra mile to achieve that goal. Yes, he went to Mena yesterday to visit someone that is like a father to him. That's Ibrahim, the general. Of course, it's normal. And the pressman asked him whether he was willing to contest for the presidency. And he simply asked them that if Nigerians give him the opportunity to serve, he will serve because he has the capacity. Okay, he has the capacity and he knows economics. He's a businessman and a very big businessman at that. So he understands Nigeria. He lived in the north. He even speaks Hausa. Okay, his businesses are in the west. And of course in the east. He's from the east, so he's also a complete Nigerian. So if the time of elections and he's in the ballot, of course Nigerians will decide who will go. So yes, if Nigerians give him the opportunity, of course, and this Nigerians is you and I. If you and I give him the opportunity to run for presidency, he will.
Of course, as Abians, we are interested in somebody that would make sure that our interest is represented. And to me, Ike Okalo is a Nigerian. He has all it takes. He has the capacity. He has the know-how. He knows what to do at every point in time. So we don't have a problem. I don't have a problem of him calling president.
Of course.
So let us move on. Let us move on to another breaking story that we have here. Another breaking story that we have here. FG releases what will happen to passengers that fail to follow the COVID-19 protocol. Federal government have said they have revealed to AF News. What will happen to passengers that fail to comply with the COVID-19 protocol. This news conference was held yesterday in Abuja, and it says the federal government on Monday said passengers who fail to comply with the COVID-19 protocol put in place as it prepares to open international flights will be suspended for traveling for 6 months.
Yes, desperate times, desperate measures. You won't blame anybody for taking such an important decision. No matter the conspiracy theories, no matter the lie and the truth, the point is there is a virus out there, and we've heard, some of us have also seen people who were victims of this virus. So it becomes very imperative for everyone to put on a mask. So forget about the conspiracy theories, forget about whether it's true or not. The point is, when a government issues a directive, it is left for the citizens to obey and know that the government issues some of this directive for the benefit of the citizens. No one wants to die.
Okay, yes. Let's move forward to another story that is emanating from Abia State government. Abia State government just raised alarm. They raised alarm. Abia State government reviews plot to destabilize the state. That is what the government are saying. Abia State government have reviewed a plot to incite the populace in Abia with the aim of destabilizing the polity. This is contained in a public service announcement made available to AF News and signed by Abia State Commissioner for Information, Chief John Okiyikalo. Yes, that is the information. In that announcement, the government stated they have received intelligence report on suspicious movement of strange persons and plot to incite the populace in Abia with the aim of destabilizing the polity. Based on the above, the government have alerted law enforcement agency on who at the moment are on red alert aimed at apprehending anyone and group involved in the plot to destabilize the state.
Why would anybody plan to destabilize the state at this critical time? The elections are not even 20. It's as if that 2023 is next year.
My brother,
we still have 2 years
to go.
So let us stop all this. Let's allow the governor and his government to concentrate on building on what they say they will do for Abians. It's quite unfortunate that we are getting this, and I hope that this red alert, the security agencies will take it serious.
I will also hope that this red alert is indeed a red alert.
Exactly. Of course, I believe it because I believe John Okiyikalo.
Okay, let's move forward. Let's move forward to another issue. Bishop David Oyedepo. Bishop David Oyedepo has made another statement as regard COVID-19 patient. He said, I will lay my bare hands on the COVID-19 patient. I will embrace them. I will breathe into them and nothing will happen. Instead, they will be healed. That is what Bishop Oyedepo is saying. And the story goes, Bishop David Oyedepo of the Living Faith Church Worldwide, aka Winners Chapel, has declared that he will embrace and breathe into COVID-19 patients without any fear of contracting disease. He said he will lay his bare hands on any coronavirus patient brought to him for prayer.
Well, yes, he's a man of God and he's also a man of faith. The Bible says that even if your faith is as little of that of the mustard seed, you can tell the mountains to move. And he's moving. So I believe that Bishop Oyedepo is not talking as a man. He's talking as a man of God. He's talking as someone who has faith in God. So if he has said that well, that is him.
Yes, Kelechi just said that Bishop David Oyedepo is not speaking as just a mere man. He's speaking as a man of God that has inspiration, about God and his activities. Let us leave that one first and move to another story. We have another story that was trending since yesterday, and it says, the story says, multi-choice hikes DSTV and GoTV rates. Even during this pandemic, people are still hovering and scorching for pain. It says, following multi-choice announcement to adjust subscription, subscribers are to pay more to view channels on DSTV and GoTV network with effect from Monday.
That one will not hold. I expect the NCC, the Nigerian Communication Commission, and all the relevant agencies to stop this. This is not a time where Nigerians should experience this. What happened to Star Times? We should encourage our local products. What happens to other? You see, this monopoly is getting out of hand. Nigerians should not allow this to happen. The ones we are paying already is high, and you want to increase it. In this time where the economy is so bad, everybody is trying to manage himself, and you want to stop. Okay, maybe it's a way of discouraging people for watching Big Brother. I can assure you this will not happen.
Okay, my guest is saying that the hike will not happen, and I wonder who will stop, what will stop, in what way will this hike be stopped, because we have heard over and over when the National Assembly has invited these organizations and tell them no, don't increase, but still they have gone to announce their increment, which means nobody seems to have the capacity to stop them at the moment.
Not that nobody has the capacity to stop them at the moment. There is sabotage among them. If the National Assembly move as National Assembly to stop this, it will happen. If they issue a directive and the multi-choice go ahead to flag that directive, that means the members of the National Assembly to look inwards.
Okay, yes, he's saying that our National Assembly members have the capacity to stop this price hike from DSTV and the group and brothers and sisters. Let's move to another story. A socio-political organization called Chibike Amechi Organizing for Action Group has appealed to the Honorable Minister for Transport, Honorable Chibike Amechi, to brace up and ensure he contests to be Nigerian president come 2023. In the headline we say, Siofag Group reveals why Amechi should be president come 2023. Remember that every of this news that we are reviewing this moment, you can find them on www.afnews.ng, the one-stop shop for all news content in and around Nigeria. This group is saying that Amechi is good, Amechi is best, Amechi is the material that we need for 2023. They are saying that if President Muhammadu Buhari's legacy would have to be sustained, that the person that has the capacity to sustain it is Rotimi Amechi.
You see, I have an issue here. Is it that Nigerians are fed up with this government, that they want this government to end today, tomorrow? Or that our elections has been postponed to 2022? Because if not, it's insulting. The president just finished contesting one-on-one. Is he up to 100 days in office? And we are talking about another election. Is that how we think? It's either we are tired of Nigerians have learned their lessons from the last election, that they want this government to end today, tomorrow, which is impossible. Or somehow we have drawn the times back and the election is 2022. Because with all this back and forth of people endorsing and endorsing and endorsing, it does appear that 2023 election is going to happen tomorrow. I don't think it's fair to the president too. Because it's like you're telling him,
hurry up.
Hurry up. Good.
Your time is up.
Your time is up.
We're tired of you.
I'm telling you, that's what it means.
Okay. Our guest is saying that it is in a haze, that there is so much time that the 2023 presidential ambition should be held down for now, while the President Muhammadu Buhari keeps on doing what he knows best to do in leading the country. Let us again go back to our main topic of the day. We were discussing about Ike Omar Sanda Nwachukwu, who is 80 years today. He was born on September 1st, 1941. He is 80 years today. Now we have a message from Governor Kezi Bazu of Abia State to Omar Sanda, and he's saying Ike Nwachukwu at 80, one of the most accomplished Nigerians. The governor of Abia State, Governor Kezi Bazu PhD, has sent a message of congratulations to General Senator Ike Omar Sanda Nwachukwu retired on the very auspicious occasion of his 80th birthday today. Governor Bazu described General Ike Nwachukwu as clearly one of the most accomplished Nigerians in every sense of the word, considering his sterling record of service to our country. The governor recalled with nostalgia the days of General as the military governor of the old Imo State, and notes with gratitude that it was during under his watch that the permanent site of the old Imo State was moved to its present site, serene location at Uturu, which today serves at the main campus of Abia State.
Well, the governor, I'm sure when he was writing this letter, he was also thinking of himself. I'm sure he's thinking, what will people say about me when I'm 80? Okay? Will people say that this was my own major achievement? What will people talk about me? So I'm sure that he's admiring the life and the impacts of General Ike Nwachukwu and how people are talking about Ike Nwachukwu. So I think that if Governor Ikpeazu needs an inspiration, General Ike Nwachukwu is a better inspiration, so that he can work more for the state.
Yes. Just like what Kelechi said now, he said, Governor Ikpeazu, that if there be any better inspiration that he needs to look up to, then Ike Nwachukwu should be one of those inspirations which he should look into. We have another message here, which is saying Ike Nwachukwu is one of the pride of Isukwato. That is from Lucky Johnson. Isukwato born, an Abia State popular philanthropist, Sir Lucky Udoka Weke Johnson, has described General Ike Nwachukwu as one of the pride and eggheads Isukwato people are proud of. He made this statement in a press release made available and signed by himself to AF News. He said, I have always remained proud of Senator Ike Nwachukwu. He is one of the person that did everything with his power to contribute to the growth of Isukwato, Abia State and Nigeria, both as a military general and as a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I pray and wish that God will grant him more sound health and keep him for the good of the people.
Amen. He's your one Nubu.
Yes, it's our one Nuku.
Is this the one Nuku or dead Nuku now?
We only have one Nuku, don't have dead Nuku.
Okay,
we have one Nuku. Okay, we have everybody's our one Nuku. yes, we are there. We are rounding up today's show. By still going back and having more insight into the person and personality of Ike Omar Sanda Nwachukwu. We are still going to see some things that he's been able to do. Let's look at his career.
Yeah.
Nwachukwu held the position of military governor of Imo State. Okay, I think we've gone through that before. We've gone through the career before. Let's look at the chairmanship, the position that he has held in terms of chairmanship. Among the organizations and groups Nwachukwu has served as chairman are the Organization for African Unity, Liberty Committee, the Organization for African Unity, Council of Ministers, the Economic Community of West African State, Council of Ministers, plenary session of the non-allied movement, and the governing council of the African Regional Labour Administration Center. This man has really
he has seen it all.
He has really played a very vital role.
He has seen it all.
The positions that
in fact, that is one thing I pray that in my lifetime.
You know, you want to be international man. Yes, let's look at again delegations he has led. Delegations Ike Omar Sanda Nwachukwu has led. Nwachukwu has headed and led several delegations to various international summits and negotiations and obtained resolutions from the United Nations on behalf of Nigeria. Some of them include addressing the United Nations General Assembly. You know what that means? That's the highest level of diplomacy.
That's the highest.
And chairing United Nations special session on various subjects, leading the Organization for African Unity Ministerial Delegation to the Conference of Democratization of South Africa, leading Nigerian negotiation to Agenda 21, and the convention of the 8th Summit in Rio de Janeiro. That means that there's one statement here, leading Organization of Africa to democratization of South Africa. That means he played a role
in liberating South Africa from apartheid system. Yeah. So this, in fact, I need to visit him.
As a senator, when he was senator of Abia State, Ike Nwachukwu served as chairman of two Senate committees, the Senate Committee on Power and Steel and the Senate Committee on Governmental Affairs. Yes, let's look at some few honors. Nwachukwu was conferred with several medals and decorations while in the ministry, as well as traditional titles in his present status as a civilian. Decorations and service medals. Ike Nwachukwu National Decoration and Service Medal include Nigerian Independent Medal, the Forces Service Star, the Defense Service Star, the Nigerian Republic Medal, the National Service Medal, the Order of the Commander of Federal Republic of Nigeria. OON. National Merit Awards include Nwachukwu has been awarded 3 National Merit Awards. They are the Special Certificate of Merit of the African Youth Congress, the Award of Recognition of the Iron and Steel Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, and the Merit Award by Ike Omar, former governor of Imo State, on the occasion of the State of Silver Jubilee. On international awards, Nwachukwu has been conferred with several international medals and awards, which include Grand Commander of Equatorial Guinea, presented by the President Equatorial Guinea, the President Federal Republic of Germany, Grand Cross of Merit, the Grand Master of the Nigerian Order of the Southern Cross, GMSC, from the President of Brazil, the Diplomatic Medal, from the President of South Korea, the Grand Cruz de la Order, the Merit Silver Despair.
You know, Abia is blessed.
We are blessed.
We have people like General Ike Nwachukwu here. We have people like Aruma Ote here, from here. We have people like Dr. Mrs. Nkosi Okonji from here.
The TWO.
No.
The WTOGG yes. To come.
Confirm. And we also had people like the late, the man from Ohafia, the late from Asaga, Ojo Maduepe. These are people from Abia State.
These are closing remarks now. Finally, let us look at what do you think Abians can emulate from the person of General Ike Nwachukwu.
First, I want to say happy birthday to you, General. May you grow stronger in good health, and I pray that the good Lord will increase you and you live longer and more with us. Abians should learn a lot. It's good for the younger generation like me to read wide, travel wide if you have the resources, and if you don't have, you pray to have one. And just try to aim for the best. Aim for the best. Our leaders should also know that everything is not about acquiring wealth. It's about legacy. Think about what people will say about you when you're long gone. You know, sorry, I'm bringing this out. I don't know whether you've seen the movie Black Panther. Chadwick, he died during the weekend. Now, yesterday, I took time and I was seeing a lot of videos and speeches about this young man. And I came to conclude that it's not about how long one lives, but how well. That young man's life is an inspiration to a lot of young people like me. So I want Abians in general to draw inspiration from the life of General Ike Nwachukwu. Even at 80, you can imagine the accolades that is coming to him at 80. It takes an impactful life to have such, even at 80. So what would you want to be remembered for? I ask you as an Abian.
What do you want to be remembered for? We have seen what Ike Nwachukwu will be remembered for. What will you be remembered for as an Abian, as a Nigerian? This is a time for you to have a rethink, to begin to put positive vibes on the ground, to begin to plant positive landmarks on the ground. You still have the opportunity to do that. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. From our own end, we are saying happy birthday again and again to Senator and General Ike Omar Sanda Nwachukwu, one of the proud sons of Isukwato. We are proud of you and will remain proud of you. We want to thank you for being with us on today's show. Remember that the one-stop shop for every news content is www.afnews.ng. If you want to follow us on Twitter, just follow this word AF News NG. You can follow us on Twitter. If you want to follow us on YouTube, search for AF Television on YouTube. You follow us on YouTube, you will see and watch all these videos that we have held, the past ones. Enjoy yourself today. Make sure you stay free from crime. Have a wonderful day and God bless.
Shalom.